So I know y'all like to hear about what's going on in America, but I want you to look at this from the lens of persecution in America and what God says, how we will be persecuted in his name's sake because they hate us, because they hated him. So shout out to Pat Bet Davis on this video. But this is, I believe we're going to look like this, not like this exactly, but persecution was going to really increase here. So
in America?
In America. But this is Nigeria. And this is, they're doing Christian genocide in Nigeria. Really? Y'all stay for the video. I know it's not America, but stay and watch to learn something different.
If you turn on primetime news, you're probably going to hear about what's going on with Ukraine.
On Ukraine.
Ukrainian city of Dnipro.
Ukraine has come under heavy bombardment from Russia.
Or what's going on with Gaza.
But in Gaza.
For Gaza.
Gaza.
But you're probably going to hear nothing about the fact that one country has killed, executed more persecutions towards Christians than any other countries around the world combined. And that's Nigeria.
Stop it.
Wow.
They must have been at church.
Just this year, 7,087 Christians have been killed, beheaded in many instances this year, just for going to church. Today we're going to talk about the events that are taking place in Nigeria targeted towards Christians.
That's scary. That's scary.
Yes, it is.
If you value out of this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Let's get right into it. So watch this. If you're watching this, and we know mainstream media is not going to be talking about this a lot with other people, you want to get more exposure to it, share with other people. Let me tell you why. Since 2009 till today, 125,000 Christians have been killed in Nigeria, according to the International Society for Civil Liberties and Rule of Law. By the way, when you're looking at the surge, 7,087 just this year in the first 220 days. That's 35 a day. 7,800 abducted. They disappeared. Can't find them anymore. 19,100 churches have been destroyed. Imagine you going to church. Imagine on Sunday, you just want to take your kids to church. All you want to do is go pray, maybe, sing a little bit, worship music, listen to the pastor, the preacher, what they have to say, the priest. 19,100 churches have been destroyed. By the way, 10,000 schools have been destroyed that are teaching Christian theology to kids, certain values that they have. And in Nigeria, specific areas, they're being targeted. Now, who is doing the targeting to these Christian communities, these Catholic churches? Many of these guys are the jihadists, one of the leaders being Boko Haram since 2009, later splintering into ISIS West Africa province, the ISWAP and Ansaru, conducting mass killing, forcing conversions, and abductions.
And I'm going to just say this. This who I believe is going to be the persecutors in this country. And it's going to be, these are the same ones that are going to initiate the mark. These are going to be the same ones that come in. That's the Antichrist. They're coming in on a jihadist Muslim. This is what's been said. So if it's happening over there, that's what I believe it's going to be over here. Right.
And you're seeing this in the news. I'm going to put a picture here for you to see on what's going on. This is what they look like. They're just going around targeting Christians, burning homes, seizing land, destroying harvest, sexual violence. And the way they're going about doing it is they're going at night when you're asleep, night assaults on villages, church seizures and burnings, mass kidnapping, land grab, creating no-go zones for Christian natives. And families are sitting there saying, what do I do? I just want to go to church. I can't. You saw service. With everything that's going on, I mean, we get the challenge with our faith a lot of times. How strong is our faith? Is our faith as strong as this guy? They're still in church. They're still there praying. They're still singing to worship music, even though all this stuff's going on. You hear guys talking about, they killed my family. They killed my parents. They burned my house down. They burned my relative's house down. They burned my kid's house down. All I have left is this shirt I'm wearing. Here's what the fellow was talking about. I want you to watch these two clips. One of them is them still going to church on a Sunday, and one of them talking about what happened to him and his family.
My family members, they died in this house, 11, and some died in the other store. Here and up, my house is up there. That place also is burned. And the store where I pack my goods, I store my goods everywhere, was burned. They burned my clothes, they burned everything, they burned our food. All my family members, what we take with is our food.
Wow, look how you have to worship, man.
You know, the criticism that a lot of mainstream media gets is, what's the purpose of me showing this? It's just Christians. I mean, it's just Christians, but we have to show anything else to raise the temperature and make sure people are angry and go out there protesting. Free Palestine, that's what we need. We need rage. Christians, give me a break. You know, if you're going to go out there and kill 49 Christians in Democratic Republic of Congo that were killed by machetes, not a big story, right? We shouldn't share this if we're mainstream media. Some victims were beheaded and burned, but I mean, we don't need to really talk about it a lot because it's just Christians. We need to really get into the story. And then hear stories that's going on in Canada. You got Justin Trudeau, 112 churches burned in Canada, Catholic churches, and Justin Trudeau, former Prime Minister, gets up there and says, well, I understand their rage. I mean, you have to watch this to believe what the former leader of Canada had to say about all the church burnings that was going on in Canada. Here's Justin Trudeau for you.
Acts of vandalism and arson are being seen across the country, including against Catholic churches. One of my reflections is I understand the anger that's out there against institutions like the Catholic Church. It is real and it is fully understandable.
And by the way, I got a list of other places to read. The only reason I'm showing you Justin Trudeau is because it's not just happening in Africa or Syria and all it's happening in the West as well. We can tell you some of the stuff that's going on in Arizona that happened recently. This is taking place, and so a lot of Christians are saying, hey, what do we do about this? Do we just sit around and not do anything? What can we do about this? Some are saying, hey, well, that's why we need a crusade. There's a spiritual warfare going on. That's what we need right now. We need to get louder. Some are saying mainstream media should talk about it. Well, if they're not, we should talk about it. We will. Some are saying, well, maybe Christians are not understanding the whole concept of tolerance. We should be tolerant. We should be tolerant. Well, if there's an example of a guy that wasn't tolerant, it was Jesus. This concept of being tolerant towards who? Towards everybody, allowing all this stuff to happen? I used to pray for 4 things for many years. 20 years I was praying for courage, wisdom, tolerance, understanding. I told my kids, we're not praying for tolerance anymore. If someone's pushing the envelope, make some noise, do something about it, right? We're seeing all this stuff that's happening over here. God forbid if something happens to, Muslim or a different denomination or Jews, everybody wants to talk about it.
Because we have been led by spiritual leaders and also people not reading their Bible that we are supposed to just turn the other cheek. We're minuscule. Jesus was a happy hippie. And we will, this is how we're supposed to move. When that's not the truth. Peter didn't play. The 12 didn't play. Muslims don't play. These people, but they want us to be gummy bear. We're the Christians. We're the ones with the belief, the way, the light, and the truth belief. But we're the ones that are the softest of them all. It's time for new leaders, and it's time for you to read your Bible.
Oh my God, you won't believe what happened. How about Christians? Do they have a valid argument here that people are making? I think they do. But there's maybe not a business model in trying to help Christians out. Maybe there isn't. Maybe Christians who are sitting around right now, and we're seeing everybody wearing a Ukraine pin, which, by the way, to people that believe in that, I support the fact that you do. How many guys are wearing a Nigeria pin right now with the Christians over there that are going through what's going on to them? Who's wearing that? When's the last time you wore that? Are you really sporting it? Maybe you're a Christian yourself. Are you? I don't know. All I'm saying is, it's unfortunate that mainstream media that's not talking about these types of stories. We definitely will. When you're sitting out looking at the countries with the most Christians in it, at the top is U.S., then you have Brazil, then Mexico, then Nigeria is at the 4th place with most Christians. You think some people like them being there? Maybe not. We're seeing what's going on with UK. We're seeing what's going on with immigration. We're seeing what's going on with, you should just let anybody into your country. Who cares if you lose your national value? Who cares if people are in your country who hate you? It's okay. That's part of freedom of speech. Really? Yeah, it's okay. You know, today I was looking at two things. You know what countries Bibles are illegal to buy and sell? Go try buying a Bible in Iran. See what happens to you. By the way, go try buying a Bible in Iran in Farsi. You won't find it. Only the people that are Assyrians and Armenians can have Bibles in Iran, but you can't put it in Farsi and distribute it. That's illegal. Go to Saudi Arabia and see if you can sell a Bible in Saudi Arabia in Arabic, because that's a form of, conversion. You're trying to get people converted into Christianity. In America, we're like, it's okay. Sell it on Amazon, Quran, whatever you want to sell.
Whatever you want.
Go sell it. Freedom of religion, freedom of speech. Maybe there's a place for it, but at the same time, those other countries don't want Christians to be growing. And we're like, yeah, but it's their country. They get to create their laws. But in America, it's like, no, we're okay with everything that happens here. Maybe not. But I believe there needs to be more of a discussion here with this, and more of a topic and more of a debate. And we're not having enough of it right now. There are so many other debates that have 99% of Twitter, X, YouTube, everywhere. How many debates about this topic? Maybe not enough. Maybe we need to get a little bit louder. And maybe if you're watching this right now saying, honestly, I didn't know about that with Saudi Arabia. I didn't know that about Iran. Go ChatGPT it. Go look it up for yourself. Do you think they should be selling Bibles? Why don't they? Why are we allowing everybody? Are we a little bit too tolerant in America? I don't know. It's a good question to ask, and you can answer it for yourself. I don't know where you're going with this. Are you insinuating the fact that we shouldn't be able to do this? More and more mayors with other denominations who hate America are creating policies, and we have certain cities in America that the police department has the language written in Arabic. This is America. What are you talking about? This is America is what we're talking about. No, we should do it. We should do it. It's okay. We should do it. We got folks who work for the government in certain areas of Dearborn and Michigan that are saying, I hope one day you get kicked out of the city and I will celebrate and put a parade together so you can never come back here again, because your type doesn't belong here. Your type, he's an American. What do you mean your type? You hate America, go back to your country. Your type. Ilhan Omar talking all the stuff she's saying about Charlie Kirk.
I have nothing to apologize for.
So tired of her, man.
It is a tragedy
she was demoted.
that Charlie Kirk was killed in that way. I feel for his widow and his children. They will have to live with that for the rest of their lives. But there is no legacy to honor. It was a legacy filled with bigotry, hatred, and white supremacy.
He was not a hero. He was a bigot. A bigot? What are you, lady? Go back to Somalia. You hear her videos talking about to her country that one day my hopes is to go out and create some change because I want to come back to my homeland, which is Somalia. Go back already. Should we sit there and allow these people to create policies who absolutely hate America? I have a very big problem with that. If you run a company, your employees hate your company, would you keep them?
Right.
Or would you tell them, go find another company you love?
Yeah.
I would tell them, go find another company you love. If you're dating somebody who hates you and your family, would you stay with her?
No.
Would you stay with them? Would you tolerate them? Why are we doing that in America? I don't know. But it's a fair question that many are asking me. They're connecting me saying, why are people not talking about this? You have a very valid point. We're going to. And hopefully that influences some of you guys talk about this more as well. So if you're watching this, and again, you got some things in here that got your blood pressure a little bit higher, saying, you know what, I'm with them. I'm not okay with this. Share this with as many people as possible and ask them the questions. Do you agree with them? What do you think about what he has to say in this video? And let's see what people have to say about it. But I do think this is something that more of us need to be talking about. If you got value out of this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And if you're wondering how interested I am and am in wanting to see if there's a way that we can coexist with Muslims and Christians, I did a religion roundtable. I brought 2 Muslims on this side, 2 Christians on this side, and we had a conversation. You watch this and you tell me if the Western ideology matches with some of the other ones and what the vision of both is. You be the judge of it. Live conversation with 2 folks from 2 opposite sides. It got heated. It was actually very revealing, and I respect the fact that all 4 of them agreed to do it. So if you've never seen it, click here to watch it. With that being said, take care, everybody. Bye-bye, bye-bye.
Wow. Whew, that was
And that's
heavy.
gonna be one to watch.
I'm gonna watch. We watching that.
Yeah, that's gonna be one to watch.
That's heavy, bro. I think he spoke so much of what I was going to say.
Yeah, this was deep. I did not know that.
I mean, we pray. Thank God we get to choose over here, even though that it's getting to a point to where the psychopaths are trying to. They want to eliminate Christianity over here. They really don't want that to be the speaking, especially then it speaks against a lot of the Satan's takeover that he wants and things he wants for the children, and church speaks against it.
We already read that.
Yeah, I did. Oh no, you're absolutely right. But it said here, man.
Are you trying to share that with them?
Yeah, I am going to share with this y'all. I'm going to share this y'all with y'all. It's 2 verses.
But 2 Timothy 3.
2 Timothy 3. 1 and then I think it's 12.
Okay.
But know this, that in the last days perilous times will come. So perilous times will come. And then 12, and yes, and all who desire to live godly in Christ Jesus will suffer persecution.
Wow.
So some countries worse than others, but eventually, I don't know if this is pre-rapture or post, but that kind of persecution will be here.
That's horrible. I mean, to me, it's already started. The churches that have had the mass shootings, and that started a while ago.
When do you hear them going shooting up the Buddhist temple or
You don't. I
have
have yet to hear that, and hopefully it never happens.
I hope and pray it never happens.
Hopefully it never happens.
But I'm just saying, you don't hear that.
Hopefully it never happens.
Maybe it's in some tabloids or something happened, but it's not broadcast. But I don't hear about that.
And but this has been going on. This has been going on for some time. And with the churches within the last 10 years,
yes,
it's been going on within the churches, and it's absolutely insane. It is.
But I believe the person that stands up and says, "I die for Jesus," is the one that's going to be able to stand and see him in the last day, and then everyone else, you won't have a chance. And then some of these people that have led Christians astray to think we're supposed to be gummy, that's living these simple back end lives. Father said, "Get away from me! I never knew you. I spit you out. I never knew you."
But more people definitely need to be bringing this up and doing some research, because I did not know it was that many Christians in Nigeria, for one, and that many people, Christians, have passed.
Me either.
Yeah, I had no clue. Wow.
Okay. That's heavy, man. Let's have a discussion about it. Let's talk about it in the comment section, y'all. I want y'all to tap in. I want y'all to tap in with this and comment, please. I appreciate you. Ding.
Like this video, share this video.
Because this is a real conversation I want to talk about.
More people need to be made aware of this, and more Christians need to open their mouths and say something. Put this out, especially if you're a content creator, or even if you aren't. You need to be sharing the information and discussing it.
Yes.
Why isn't it on mainstream? You hear all this other crap, that don't really mean a hill of beans, that's being broadcasted and showed and all. Why isn't this?
Let us know in the comment section. Definitely going to respond to and reply.
See you in the next video.
Bye. That don't fit.
Yeah,
that don't fit. This is drama.